high jump in a little while.
The men's 5,000 metres. The record through and take the title. That was won 4 years ago by Switzerland's Jonas Reis, ahead of Frenchman Jan Schröm. Put themselves on the top of the podium here at the World University Games. Only Dismas Yeko has the answer to that question. So away we go then. Oh, goodness me, can you believe it? We had a full... Okay. So we screech our way into the final of the men's 5,000 metres final. And the man to watch in my eyes here is the man in yellow there at the back of that group on the left-hand side. Man from Uganda, Dismas Yeko, just 18 years old, from the Ndej University in Narembe in the capital Kampala on the north shore of Lake Victoria. He came through and took the gold medal in the 10,000 metres. He's a bit of a protege, to say the least, from a country that seems to be spitting them out for fun at the moment. 26 men in it. And they've gone off at a reasonable jog. So, like I say, it's not very often that you get a middle or long distance world record or any other kind of record in a championship final. And it is the Frenchman Julien Rebec, the 24-year-old who goes to university from the east of Paris, who's leading them off at the moment. One of two Frenchmen, the other one is right behind him. Simon Bédard, 26 years old, who goes to the Butler University, not based in France. The Chinese representative in yellow is Chen Zhongping. He's got a personal best of 14:06.67 that he set this year. So it would be a surprise if he was to come through and win it, but of course the slower the race is, the more men will be in contention.
Only one more jump left for him to try and get close to the Chinese pairing who lead the competition so far.
Well, another 4 kilometres to go for the men here. James Patrick did come to the front from Tanzania, but he's disappeared back behind once more. 3 minutes at 1,000 metres, so 15-minute pace at the moment. And you can see there the significant move has been made by the 10,000 metre champion. That is Dismas Yeko. Very good in the heats. He's got a 13:53 season's best. A little bit wary because it says here that his personal best is slower than his season's best, so it's one of those at the moment. But he certainly looks as though he's up for it. In second place at the moment. And he's chasing after the Turkish athlete Abdurrahman Kekrioglu, the national champion, 25-year-old from the Aydin Adnan Menderes University. Excuse me, I think I've... Turi, 25 years old, this will be his last appearance, I would imagine. Man from the Académie à la Frage Prestasi Nationale. He was 10th in the 10,000 metres, behind the man that is chasing him now in the 5. 8 laps to go. Chinese is up in the business end of the men's 5,000 metres as well. They had Sinaturi in front. Then there was a bit of a move by Dismas Yeko, but he disappeared back into the pack again, just testing things out. The two Frenchmen have taken over the pace once more at the front. And we are heading into the last third of the race. We have still not really seen anybody really give it a go. They are still going along. They got a bit quicker for a while. They then backed off once more. You can see there the man who was fastest in the semi-finals, Nur Sultan Keneshbekov from the Tokai University. The 23-year-old is now on the shoulder of the leader. But again, The only real difference since the last time you saw us was James Patrick, who went to the front actually, and now all of a sudden he's 50 metres out the back of that leading pack, the man from Tanzania. But it's perhaps not so much of a surprise he does not have one of the faster times in the field. Oh, a bit of a moment there for Yaiko. Just caught the Japanese. And the 18-year-old just about managed to stay on his feet. The Chinese athlete now suffering as Chen Zhongping has been spat out the back. The man from Tsinghua University. He's just 20 years old, so... Well, I was going to say this is a matter of gaining experience, but the man who won the 10,000 metres is a teenager. So experience is not always something you need. Sometimes just youthful enthusiasm is enough. And a fair amount of racecraft, which is what it seems the number 14 there for Uganda has, Dismas Yaiko. 3 laps to go. It's a 1,200 metres race now. The two Frenchmen still very much in there with Julien Rebec and Simon Bédard. 24 years old and 26 years old respectively. Bédard with a 13:31 personal best. The fastest man in the field, though, is the Japanese Shotaro Ishihara, who has gone 13:29, but significantly not been near to that this year. On the back of that pack is the South African, who has managed to attach himself again, Matthew Forrester, just 21 years old himself. He's in danger of being dropped again, but he's just taking it easy at the moment. They're beginning to wind it up, and it's Kaneshnikov who's doing it. Bédard on the inside with the headband. Yaiko moves out, goes past Frey. Kaneshnikov is there, and now the move is coming. Bédard moving. Significant moves being made all around. The Finnish athlete is up there at the front as well. We haven't mentioned him yet. Emil Helander, 22 years old, from the University of Jyväskylä. Here we go then. 700 metres to go, and the sprint is on, and Bédard steps over the curb and is lucky not to turn his ankle over. He's back on again. He won't be suffering for that because it's down the straight. The Finnish athlete then, Helander, has put the hammer down. The 22-year-old is off, but look at that, Dismas Yaiko covering that sprint. The two Frenchmen right behind. Then is the Algerian Omar Sereish. Sereish having a good championships himself. 5th in the steeplechase. Here they come then, up to the bell. Bédard will hit it in front. The Japanese is right behind him. All of a sudden, Dismas Yaiko is 4th. Outside the medals at the moment is the 10,000 metres still in his legs. Bédard hits it, still going. The two Japanese are right there, though. Ishihara and Yasuhara. It's the previous one who's there first, the 22-year-old from the Komazawa University, Taiwo Yasuhara. He tries to come round the outside and may have cut inside of Bédard, who has to just clip his stride. Nur Sultan Kaneshnikov is also there, but away comes the Japanese. Has he got the legs to get to the line? The Frenchman is fighting. Bédard is coming. Can he get there? Yasuhara to the line, and Bédard takes it on the line. Gold for France. Japanese silver. What a finish again. What a night of finishes we're having. The Japanese punches the ground in frustration. But France have the gold. It's only their second of the week. Another come from behind win. He's not absolutely sure that he's got it.
Like in the field event, certainly, and the conditions were providing a negative sort of impact earlier on in the long jump and the javelin, but the long jump is coming to its culmination over on the far side of the stadium. and it was wet for the women too, but this was a good race.
It was, and you can see there he was pushed a little bit, was Bedard, but he kept his composure. France had never won this title before, but they have now. Look at this for a finish. The Japanese felt him coming, tightened up, couldn't get going again, and Bedard had the momentum. I'm not quite sure here why the scoreboard had given the bronze medal to the other Japanese when Kopeshnikov came across the line first. It's been corrected now. So Kopeshnikov is the bronze medalist. That looks more like it. That's what it looked like to the eye. I wasn't sure whether or not he'd been disqualified, but I think the scoreboard had just had one of those moments.
And we've had some of those moments. All of the kit went down in the javelin final. We lost communications with them because of the rain, I think, getting into the digitized measuring system.
Julian Rebec was there as well. But it's Bedard, perhaps the fastest in the field, certainly this year, who lives up to it. Yashihira gets the silver. So then confirmation of Simon Bedard winning the 5,000 meters ahead of Taiyo Yashihira and Zursultan Keneshnikov. Dismasyeko, the 10,000 champion, settling back to 9th in the end. Just too much